Angels are invisible guardians that guide us and look after us. Snow angels are the shapes we make in the snow to have fun. Welcome to the concept video for Snow Angels, a product of the Tampere University of Technology course on Experience-Driven Design 2012. This was produced by Mikko Vaatainen, Heli Vaataja and Rod Walsh. Our concept brief was to create a design to help with navigation of movement in the Finnish wintertime. 3 playful experiences were chosen to drive our concept: fantasy, expression and simulation. The aspect of imagination considered too. I think you'll find with the way we've removed the obvious technology interface and allowed the expression through body to interface, as well as the fantasy notion of angels and guidance and the simulation of these forces, we've incorporated most of these design elements very well. We hope you enjoy what follows. Our human interaction concept is a jacket as you would wear in the Finnish winter that would allow the simulation of our snow angel to push, tug and pull, urge and tap the wearer to give a variety of signals that are easy to interpret. We found some signals from our user tests are natural, such as a forwards and backwards movement on the shoulder is naturally understood to change direction. In fact, it's not even thought about. A cuff tug from the cuff, the sleeve of the jacket, is easily understood as grabbing attention and taken to a direction. It's also understood to be taking control, almost like a parent taking control of a child. And gentle pushes on the shoulder and the inner arm and the back naturally give guidance to turn and move. Taps draw attention, but taps aren't so intuitive to understand, so they are useful but would need training. We'd achieve these sensors with actuators within the jacket. The actuator positions shown were the ones we considered: lower back for hug, upper back for taps and pushing forward, urging forward, inner arm and elbow for gentle changes of direction and drawing attention to the side, sleeves for tugs, and shoulders for taps and urging to turn around. From this simple set of sensors, many gestures and signals of meaning could be given to the user. But this is done in the simple jacket format, without intruding on the social context or environmental context of the user, and without requiring the user to take out obtrusive mobile devices. And therefore we hope that this style of interaction with our system will enable the best enjoyment of the experiences and journeys our travellers take through the Finnish winter. There are many enticing scenarios our concept could be used with. Today we'll just tell you the story of Alice and Bob, who have arranged to meet for a coffee in a coffee house across town. So Alice knows when she has to be at the coffee house to meet Bob, as she knows what the weather's going to be outside, so she'll take a smart jacket with her. It's late winter. She could use her mobile phone or some other device to tell the jacket and the system that she'll be taking this route. But with the help of cloud services and social media, a lot of data could be understood in advance. And she wouldn't necessarily need to explicitly interact through a mobile device. Also, dynamic information such as weather and the latest news that could be interesting related to the route she'll be taking can be incorporated into her journey. And there could be other users of our system which also make more dynamic and relevant possibilities for Alice. So Alice will travel from A to B. The system has realized that there's a gentle wind but also sunshine, and supposes that there'll be a beautiful warm breeze on a certain route not far from where Alice would ordinarily walk. Also, a friend through Twitter has mentioned the wonderful sun in that part of town. So the map is marked virtually with a warm breeze that Alice may enjoy. Also, another friend has tweeted about flowers that she and Alice have been talking about in the past over Facebook. And where they are in town is dead centre. There's a beautiful little first flowers of spring display there. This is also added to the map. And finally, from local news and combined with Charlie's birthday coming up, Charlie being a mutual friend of Alice and Bob, the system supposes that present buying could interest Alice, and the sale in a shop near the cafe is marked on the map too. So Alice is ready to begin her journey. She leaves the house as she would walk normally. She's pretty familiar with the route, but a little way along there's a hint, a little push to the side that's really saying there's something nice in this direction, and Alice knows she has time on her hands, so she heads that way. With a little bit of steering, Alice experiences the warmest breeze of the winter, a wonderful crisp air and a wonderful wind on the face. A little further along there's another hint to Alice, which is the flowers that were marked earlier on the map. Alice knows she still has a little bit of time on her hands, so she takes this route and enjoys the wonderful flowers. She has something more to talk about with her friends on that subject later. Now Alice is approaching the cafe. Time is a little bit short. The system knows this, and Alice is aware of this too. The jacket tells Alice there would be something interesting, which is a sale for the present. But it doesn't only tell her by tapping her. It indicates to her with a cuff pull that there's something more urgent, and that's getting to the cafe. Alice decides to listen to the urgent call to the cafe and ignore the tap, even though she looks in the shop window just as passing. Now Alice gets to the cafe. She gets a double tap on the shoulders, saying she's arrived somewhere important, and a hug gesture around her back, saying she's achieved the mission, which is to get to the cafe. She meets Bob for a cafe with a big smile on her face, and Bob is delighted. They have a wonderful conversation, including what happened on Alice's journey. Between them, they end up sharing some of the exciting things for their friends to discover on this journey. And between them, they also decide to later, after the coffee, nip to that shop and get the present for Bob, from Bob and Alice to Charlie. And one more thing. Bob is so impressed with Alice's jacket and that they had so much fun talking about their journey that he wonders if there's a spring model or even a summer model that might be ready for him. We consider three classes of user input interaction. The first is implicit, simply by following a signal, ignoring a signal, changing location. The system can understand the relevancy of its hints, both long-term for that user and dynamically and instantaneously. A second level is explicit input to the jacket. We consider a minimal set of needed gestures for this, an on-off, a pause, perhaps while you're enjoying one of the places the jacket is taking you to, status to check that everything's working and on, enrich and simplify, conversely to add more things to do on the journey, or reduce the amount of things and signals. And thirdly, we consider the input to a mobile phone, a smartphone or a PC, perhaps not while taking the journey, but maybe in preparation, and maybe in review afterwards to consider places that were recommended that you didn't fully get a chance to enjoy, or to get more information about the places that were highlighted on the route. We hope you've enjoyed our concept video for Snow Angels. If this has excited you, consider the other applications where a jacket, mostly immune to the water, unlike a mobile, could enable children to play in the snow in their adventures. And people who get annoyed and frustrated by using mobile devices could still get the benefit of the technology without that frustration, or even as socially unacceptable situations. So if this is just the beginning, we hope you'll join us for the remainder. Thank you.